Hello guys, welcome back to Tactical Trafford, and today we want to talk about how the system of Ruben Amorim has evolved in Manchester United over the last 3 matches. So guys, let's dive into this video together. So guys, as always, before I begin to analyze how the possession and how the overall play of Manchester United has evolved under Ruben Amorim this season, we want to talk about how it was in Sporting CP to create some kind of similarity and some kind of comparison between the both teams and how they play. Firstly, you're going to find out that in possession, the Ruben Amorim team in Sporting likes to play with a back three. Also, with the 2-6 occupying the middle position, they try to form a possession diamond shape that is going to help to beat the press. So what are the defenders looking to do? The defenders are looking to move the ball quickly over the back line to ensure that the opposition press opens up a space in the middle, whereby the central backs are going to slot the ball into the number 6 position. And there are also some occasions whereby a possession triangle is going to be formed on both parts of the pitch to ensure that the opposition press is also being beaten with quick passing connections. So this is something that we are beginning to see in Manchester United. Even last season, you're going to find out that in the game where Manchester United played their best game in possession, you're going to find out that Manchester United against Leicester City and against Liverpool formed a wonderful triangle all over the pitch. Position teams could not press us in the touchline, and we were able to play with this possession diamond shape and this triangle shape to be able to maneuver the press of the opposition team. This was actually the first look of how Manchester United played last season under Ruben Amorim in comparison to how he was playing in Sporting CP. So guys, let's go further to analyze how we have been consistent. Past 3 match days we have had to be able to maneuver the opposition press and then also have a very good game against our oppositions. Sorry guys for interrupting this video. I want you guys to help me subscribe to Tactical Trafford. I see many of you view my videos, but many of you don't actually subscribe to Tactical Trafford. I want you guys to go right now and smash that subscribe button, as I'll be looking to get to 1K subscribers before the end of September. Thanks. So a lot of people hear about possession triangle and they try to imagine, what does this possession triangle does? What are the players that comprises of this possession triangle? First of all, you're going to find out that this possession triangle comprises of the left central back, the left end, the left wing back, and everybody on the left side basically. So they are being deployed to create a balance in this left side of the pitch that is going to help us to maneuver the press of the opposition team. So guys, many times last season we saw that the distance between the central backs of Manchester United were too much, and these distances makes them to be easily squeezed down on the touchline. And this is something that has evolved this season, because we have seen Manchester United play in an absolutely different way. Manchester United has evolved. There's less spaces between the fullback, and Manchester United are very able to maneuver the press of the opposition team. So before we talk about how they bypass the press of the opposition team with this kind of triangle, let's talk about the positions that the players take up. You're going to find out that in the build-up phase, Shaw and Yuri is going to take up very high positions. They are going to be taking up the positions that fullbacks would originally take up. Dogu is going to take up a very high position, which is going to cause the opposition fullbacks to be pinned back. It's going to cause them to also stay in a very lower position. They will not be able to push out, and so you're going to find out that there is a very close proximity between Mason Mount and Matheus Cunha. This is going to help them to help connect this passing circuit very quickly to bypass the press of the opposition game. You're going to also find out that in the Fulham game, the left side of the pitch is also being overloaded, whereby the right side also, which is being maintained with the likes of Dalot or Ahmad and Brian Mbeumo and Yuri, is also going to maintain that width in the right side. Overloading the left side doesn't mean that there is not going to be width on the right side. There are going to be widths on the both side of the pitch, but our main point of progression is this left side, whereby we are going to form this triangle to create wonderful passing circuit. And to also show that this pattern has been very consistent this season, you're going to find out that also in the Fulham game, there was a lot of combinations on the left side, a lot of progressions on the left side, whereby this triangle is being formed. And also you're also going to notice the proximity between Cunha and Mason Mount. In this triangle, one of the most crucial factors of this triangle is that players are going to be close to each other, so passing circuits can be easily connected, and then through balls in behind can be easily connected as well. So this is actually the reason for this possession triangle situation, and this team is beginning to look like a team that Ruben Amorim is managing. So guys, you have just analyzed the main point of progression of Manchester United, which is the left side overload. So this width that I just spoke about that comes into play on the right hand side. When does the right hand side width or overload comes into play? The right hand side overload comes into play when the left hand side is being blocked or is being overloaded as well by the opposition team. Because definitely when you have a system that you want to use to overload the opposition team, they're also going to counter press, they're also going to counter that your particular system to also suit them in that particular game. So the right hand side comes into play when the left hand side is being blocked. And if you watch in the Arsenal game, you're going to find out that many a times whereby the left hand side is being blocked, you're going to find out that many of the balls was being given to Brian Mbeumo. There was a lot of switches from the left hand side to the right hand side in that Arsenal game to ensure that that right hand side was also being overloaded. And you're going to find out that Brian Mbeumo was in a lot of dangerous situations in that Arsenal game. We were just unlucky not to score. And you're also going to find out that in the Fulham game, when the left hand side was being locked, Matheus Cunha made a wonderful turn and was about to play a through ball to Brian Mbeumo, but he was fouled. And if not for that foul, you're going to find out that ball would have been a wonderful attacking sequence. And you're going to find out that the reason why Manchester United bought Brian Mbeumo, because he's very good in making this runs in behind. He's very good in being close to goal more than every Manchester United player. And you're also going to find out that in the Burnley game, Mason Mount also made a wonderful turn with this position triangle, and he played a wonderful ball into Brian Mbeumo. But that also led to a very wonderful attacking sequence, but then we didn't get a goal. So this is going to show you that Ruben Amorim is beginning to play with a definitive pattern, with a complementary pattern. This season has helped him to know his team, know the characteristics of players he has in the team, and he's beginning to utilize these players, beginning to bring out the best in every player in Manchester United. So guys, one of the last things you're going to be talking about is the complementary movement of Manchester United on the right hand side. You're going to find out that in the Arsenal game, as Dogu was looking to cross the ball into the box, as Brian Mbeumo was looking to knock that ball, Amad Diallo was also making a run in behind, a complementary run in behind, so that when this ball doesn't fall into the back of the net, Amad Diallo is going to be looking to pounce on that ball. It also happened in the Fulham game where Amad Diallo was the build up to when Matheus Cunha hit the post with his ball. You're going to find out that as Dogu was looking to cross that ball, you're going to find out that Brian Mbeumo and Amad was also in the far parts of the post. They were looking to make those complementary runs in here, and just in case that ball doesn't fall into the net, they are going to attack that ball and change that ball or that sequence into another dangerous situation. So this tells you that Manchester United are beginning to play with a pattern, they are beginning to play with a definitive system, they are beginning to make complementary movements. The players are beginning to know the position they are occupying in the pitch. One of the bad situations that Manchester United were in last season was that there was a kind of disconnection in the front of goal. Manchester United did not have a definitive attacking system that was used to create chances. There was a kind of disconnection in the front of the pitch. Even in pre-season, most of the time Rasmus Højlund was isolated up top. I definitely, in the case of Rasmus Højlund, you try to imagine if it was a player problem or it was a coaching problem, but you're going to find out that since the exit of Rasmus Højlund, Manchester United are no longer having that kind of disconnection in the front line. You're going to find out that also we are going to look at when Benjamin Šeško definitely is going to start in the Manchester debut. We're going to see if we are going to be having same disconnect. But so far, where Benjamin Šeško has played in Manchester United, he has been looking to attack those widths, those spaces, and there's been no disconnection so far in Manchester United. That tells you that Ruben Amorim has basically worked his ass off in the preseason and after the preseason to make sure that that attacking disconnection doesn't repeat itself in Manchester United. So this is one of the things that I've noticed in Manchester United so far this season. They are beginning to play with a wonderful, sweet attacking sequence. So guys, I want you to give me your thoughts about the formation of Manchester United, about Ruben Amorim, and if he's going to be the manager of Manchester United come the next season. I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Trafford, as I'll be making more videos about Ruben Amorim, Manchester United, and all the players of Manchester United so far. So see you guys in my next video.